All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Okakodash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, to prophesy the downfall of this current kingdom and the ushering in of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah's kingdom. So, this is Daniel 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. All right, and who is he? All right, our Esau, Edom, and his counterparts, man. All right, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. All right, and we're going through that experience right now. We're all worn out, of course, spiritually, or physically, should I say, but spiritually as well, man. The scriptures speak about wisdom driving a wise man mad, man. We know what's going on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. We see the wickedness of this wicked man Esau Edom, and it's vexing us out through the spirit. We're vexed with the conversation of the wicked, man. Our wicked brothers, our wicked sisters, day in, day out, just extreme levels of wickedness, man. And we're not talking about like, oh, I just made a mistake. Jake is great at boasting in his wickedness, man. All right, so we're at that point, but going into the coming persecution of the saints, man. Hey, that mark of the beast is right around the corner, and also the persecution of those that fear Yahweh, Hashem, and Hawashah is right around the corner. So this is some ways that we're being worn out, all right, because of Esau Edom and his wickedness, man. All right. And it says, and here's the point, man, and think to change times and laws, man. And what's the number one prophecy, man? It's the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, man. He's getting ready to change his own times and his own laws to ultimately fulfill prophecy, man. All right, but you see, he's coming in with these draconian like measures. If you're watching, you should be able to see these things, man. All right, day in, day out, just changing laws. So it doesn't matter. People speak about the Constitution and their constitutional rights, and that it doesn't matter. All right, he's just going to change the laws anyway, man. All right, so it will behoove us to know what's going on and who's in charge. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, he's controlling Esau Edom. He's controlling the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and he is also controlling that remnant of the nation of Israel, man. Lord willing, it's us. All right, but again, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and the dividing of time. Ecclesiastes, what is that, 3 starting at 1? To every season there's a purpose, man. We're coming into a time where this man is getting ready to relinquish his rulership, his kingdom. All right, and there's going to be a ushering in of an everlasting kingdom of Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So that's what we do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Warn the people, try to teach the people through the spirit, first and foremost to the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, what you're supposed to be doing in order to avoid these things, man. There's coming calamities, a famine coming, storms, pestilences. We haven't seen nothing yet, and the Lord has warned us, a day in, day out through his prophets, man, to prepare yourself for these things, man. All right. Let's see. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times, which are the last days, which we're in those days right now, all right, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Look at our people, man. You can start so-called Christianity, the Arabs religion, whatever have you, man. That's our people being given over to these doctrines of devils, man. Who taught us the fear of the Lord, or should I say the lack thereof, man? Hey, it was our Esau Edom, man. All right, especially if we talk about Babylon the Great, the so-called USA. Learn this shit on a slave plantation, which again was a lack of fear towards Yahweh Shema Shai. Them folks taught us that the Lord was all love, that he didn't deal with evil, and he didn't unalive folks. Come to find out, that's exactly what's going on. The Lord is the one that creates evil. He is the one that unalives folks, man. But again, our people, the scriptures speak about our people being sottish, man, stupid, all right, simple. So they're susceptible, especially the women, to these doctrines of devils, man. All right, speaking lies, verse 2, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. All right, so whatever their thought process, their mentality, Christianity, I'm still gonna call upon Jeebus and God. All right, it's seared like a hot iron. It's engraved in their brain, in their spirit. All right. So they're not going to be able to take heed to the warning that we're putting out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. And ultimately, it's because the Lord has blinded them for his own will. All right. Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meat. So just coming up with all type of doctrines, changing the word so the Lord saying you can't do this when the Lord said you can't, and vice versa. All right. That's our people. Which God have created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth, man. All right, so that's the spirit that the majority of our people are in. They're taking heed to seducing spirits, man, and these doctrines of devils, man. Our people are settled at ease, especially those in Babylon the Great, man. All they care about is folly, football, going out. There's nothing wrong with watching sports and all that, but it is a problem if you're a grown man of the nation of Israel, first and foremost, because this is for you, all right, to be the heads of the nation of Israel in your respective order. If you're watching sports all day and you don't even acknowledge the name of the Lord, you finna have a great problem, and the Lord is going to show you that not only are you going to be in dire straits, but the Lord will also put your family in certain situations if you not being a leader like he commanded us to be a leader. And how do we fall up under that order? Yahweh Shai, the Israelite man, woman, and child. All right, and a lot of our people are out of order, which is why you see them in the predicament that they're in now. Hey, we were in those predicaments, but through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shai, we're starting to come out of it. All right, we're starting to see things clearer, and we're starting to cleanse ourselves through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, in hopes that we're worthy to escape all these things that shall come upon the earth, man. It's gonna get bad. All right, it's gonna get bad out here, and only the Lord's remnant really can receive that. Now there's so-called watchmen and preppers and stuff. They see the signs of the times, but they don't have the spirit of the Lord behind them to know the totality of the situation we're about to find ourselves in, man. All right, this is the book of 2 Timothy 2 and verse 12. We'll start at 11. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, Yahweh Shai, we shall also live with him. And the scripture speak about us hating our lives not unto death, man, or unto death. So we're like that, man. Again, going back to being vexed, a wisdom driving a wise man mad. We see what's going on, and it's very, very vexing, man. All right, so we're dead all the day long, man. We have no pleasure in this current earth, this current kingdom, man. We seek something better, something everlasting, not this mediocre lifestyle that they're portraying unto us, man. All right, in verse 12, if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. My little help me or whatever, we had kind of got into it a little bit, but it wasn't nothing major. But she kind of haughtily asked me, you mean to tell me that I have to suffer? Well, there's your answer. Absolutely. The servant is not greater than the master. And you know how Eve is. She thinks she knows the Bible. She thinks she knows Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai. But we know the truth. All right. But yes, you do have to suffer, man. And make sure that you're suffering in righteousness, man. You could be suffering because you're wicked, or you could be being chastened by Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai to get you up to a certain level. But the whole point being is this is about suffering, taking the low, not getting the bag, not getting all the women, not looking your worldly best, as far as your outward appearance goes, man. Taking that low, all right. And it says if we deny him, denying the names Yahweh Yahweh Shai, the Lord gonna deny you and say he don't know you. He never knew you. All right, your name be blotted out. Okay, acting like you don't want to reverence Yahweh Bahashem Shai. It's a lot of people of the nation of Israel that don't want to reverence Yahweh Shai. All right, guess what? The Lord said He gonna deny you, and that's in front of the Father. I don't know this clown. I don't know Shawty over there. They're a bunch of weirdos, man. But if you confess and profess in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Shai with a sincere spirit, hey, the Lord will confess you unto Yahweh, and that's what we want, man. All right, we want perfection. We want a stunt in righteousness, man, but we have to follow the process and the procedures that the Lord has established, man. All right, and it's not, again, taking heed to these seducing spirits. We walking in this valley of the shadow of death, surrounded by idiots on a daily basis, man, and we got to be girded up now more than ever. The scriptures speak about this being a time like the earth has never seen. Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation. It's going to get good and nasty out here, man. So we got to make sure that we're trained up, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, we're getting that good training, man. All right, so Lord willing, we do good on these tests, man. All right. Let's go to the book of Amos 5:21. It says, I hate. So that's the Lord showing you, teaching you that He hates. He doesn't just only deal with good things. He also deals with the bad as well, man. The Lord said, I hate, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. This is why Jacob, the nation of Israel, is constantly getting effed up. This is why we're at the bottom. This is why, if you check the stats, you'll see our people, so-called black and brown people, lead the way in the majority of these diseases upon the earth. Cancers, hypertension, even mental health issues, man. We lead the way, and it's because of things like this. The Lord taught us, man, with the 10 Commandments alone, not to have any other gods before Him. So what just happened? So-called Christmas. You know, the majority of our people observe that pagan holiday, right? The Lord said He hate that. He despise your feast days. He will not smell in your solemn assemblies, man. So, you know, you're supposed to be gathering amongst other like-minded Israelites to the best of your ability, and not taking participating in these pagan holidays, which again our people just did in the Thanksgiving before that. This is why, or one reason why, they're going to be judged by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. And then they're going to want to seek the Lord. Then they're going to want to call, what was that name again? What did you guys say that name was? It's going to be too late. The famine of the word will be taking place by then, and it's going to be too late for you Israelites. But for you sincere brothers and sisters, hey, this is for you. Come back to the Lord. Come out of those wicked ways. And we live here too, man. Are we going to pretend with our brothers and sisters to act like we never had great times on so-called Christmas? You know, especially in the 90s, it used to go absolutely down. But here's your wisdom, you know. You got to let it go. All right. And the Lord merciful, man. The Lord, He could have unalived the whole nation a long time ago. He merciful. He know that you're going to make mistakes, man, but you got to put forth a decent effort, man. All right. There's things that we just are out of our control, like mixed fabrics and things like that. But for the most part, eating abominable things to the, you know, and Esau Edom put sneak pork and things in our food products. But for the most part, man, you cannot, if you got a plate of like so-called Christians, man. I went and I did visit my mother and my grandmother over there. They was by themselves, and they had a plate, huge piece of ham, man. Couldn't do nothing with it, man. I didn't make a big deal of it. I really did the old school move and slid that guy in a napkin, man, and kept it pushing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. You use wisdom, man. All right, you don't necessarily 100% just disown your family, all right, but you do put the Lord first, man. All right, you should be wise enough to know how to balance this truth first and foremost in your so-called life, man. All right, but the whole point being, man, hey, the Lord not dealing with that. And we just had a bunch of Israelites participate in paganism, decorate their trees, give gifts in the name of paganism. Again, we have Hanukkah. We're supposed to be giving gifts during Hanukkah. All right, our people don't know nothing about that. They don't care. All right, they rather just stick with what they know, man, and it's going to cost them greatly. All right. All right, let's go to the book of Jeremiah 23 and verse 1. Woe, which means destruction, Be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastors of my pasture. Hey man, to the ones that know that they're Israelites, man. They're doing a terrific job in leading the people astray, coming with these half truths, whole lies, man. And then you know, you got the, again, going back to Christianity, so called, or whatever our people are in, these prophetesses, you know what I mean? You got all these false prophets, false teachers out here on a daily basis, man. The Lord say, man, destruction to these guys, man. All right, and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Yahweh Shema Shai, is against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, says the Lord, man. And that go for everybody. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, Esau, Edom, the rest of these heathen nations. Everybody that was against us, that put their hands on us, had us in terrible situations. The Lord is going to recompense that, man. All right, the Lord deal with that, man. The Lord deal with payback. We don't. Vengeance is of the Lord, but you know, there is going to be vengeance. There is going to be payback for what these other nations have done to us. There is going to be payback for what the 2/3 of the nation of Israel have done to us, and that includes man, woman, and child. Our wives are disrespectful as children. If we deal with that, you know, our fellow brothers, man, that slept with our wives, committed adultery, wanted to unalive us, all these things, the Lord is getting ready to deal with it, man. All right, so woe, that means destruction to all these false pastors out here, because oh man, it's like a new major camp dropping every other week, man. Again, not telling the whole truth. Got a couple little truthful things that they say, but they're not coming in the correct spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is the spirit of truth, man. Which again means that they're coming in a lot of a false prophet, and they're going to be dealt with through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Yep, I mean, and it back that up in Matthew 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets, and this is words of Yahweh Shai. The Lord is warning us to watch out for these things, man, which come to you in sheep's clothing. Look good. Look at your boy T.D. Jakes, Eddie Long. I mean, the Lord is exposing the wickedness of these false teachers, man, left and right. Nigga got a mega church, man. Come on, man. That ought to be a telltale sign. What the Lord said about a rich man entering into the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Not gonna happen, is it? It says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves, man. All right. You shall know them by their fruits. And you should see it, man. All right, just look at it. One telltale sign of a disrespectful brother, all right, or disrespectful servant that call himself prophesying or teaching the Bible, ball cap. Not only, like, you know what I mean, ball cap, right? Watch for the ball caps. Like, come on, man, you can't take that hat off, or you can't even have like a scarf or something. It got to be a damn ball cap. That's the most that's blatant disrespect, man. All right, we're not supposed to be praying. Men not supposed to be praying or prophesying with our head covered, and vice versa for the women. They're supposed to have their head covered. That is a telltale sign of somebody that don't give a damn about Yahweh Shema Shai nor the nation of Israel, man. Which makes them a false prophet. Which means they're going to be dealt with, and Lord willing, we get to see the judgment thereof, and we already see a portion of that judgment by the Lord exposing these guys. Look at Brother Polite, the dude, the head of Sakari, all these guys, man, being exposed, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. And there's a lot of mocking and scoffing that has went on that the Lord has exposed. He done unalived a lot of people, man. Yeah, a lot of people have been unalived that have mocked the prophets of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. So just keep on trying it. Right, second. All right, this is second Esdras 16 and 21. Behold, check it out. Victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And you see the people mourning now, man, via their videos, man, their own epistles or whatever, man. They're complaining because the victuals, they're not cheap anymore. They can't afford it. Back in the 80s and 90s, let the people tell it was all good, man. You could afford things, man. And then you go back for especially Esau, Edom, man, you could have a uh a plant job, man, and work and retire at that plant, get a house, and your wife for the most part didn't even have to work back in the day. It's not like that anymore. People are complaining left and right, man, because it's the signs of the times. All that 80s and 90s and early 2000s, the glory of Hollywood, and even with the so-called black folks, man, seeing our people in the 90s, soul food, these movies and things like that, we thought we had made it. We thought we was in the kingdom, man, but lo and behold, scared, the Lord revealed these things and showed us, you guys are still in your captivity. It's almost over, but this is how you get out. All right, but behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, man. All right, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right, and I mean it's real. Whew. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. So, man, it's gonna be so many bodies scattered out here, that are just gonna be tossed out in the streets or what have you, like dung, like trash, man. Can't bury these guys. It's too many bodies dropping during this great tribulation. The Lord mentioned a sword, which, you know, that's any type of instrument used for unaliving on somebody. Weirdos, man. Famine, so there's gonna be a lack of food out here pretty soon, man. All right, and just great confusion, and we see the great confusion happening now, man. People are lost. People are lost. They don't know what's going on, and the truth is right in front of their face, man. So there's no excuse for you 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Let you tell it you know everything. Let you tell it you got it. So don't you have a cell phone, all right, or smartphone to access the internet, where you should be able to find on the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah and learn something, man. Learn your power. Learn how to serve Yahweh Shema Shah in hopes that he'll be with you, man, because y'all about to be embarrassed, man. You know Jake don't like to be embarrassed, man, especially the woman. That shame, and that's a getting ready to come, man, to a lot of people, especially the women, man. The Lord getting ready to bring just straight embarrassment upon you wicked Israelites, man. All right. All right, and this is, I like to bring this out a lot. The signs of the times, characteristics of the people. So, I mean, this is 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of them own selves, and you know, through the spirit it gets brought out a lot. Social media, we've never seen nothing like this before, where people are just broadcasting themselves on a daily basis, and it's everything. Stupid TikTok dances, stupid prank videos, the podcasters that ain't talking about a damn thing, man. People are just lovers of themselves. All they care about is them or their little clique, their homegirl, their homeboys, and themselves, man. All right, they don't care about the totality of the nation of Israel, man. All right, for men shall be lovers of them own selves, covetous, boasters, and our people are great at boasting, if not the best, man. Our people love to brag and gloat. Look at my rims, look at my shoes. If you ain't got on nothing appropriate, Lil Jake will fire you up and say, what are those, man? You can't just come out the house and be humble. Lil Jake gonna fire you up. What are those? They're very boastful, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why the Lord getting ready to take it away, especially you women. All right, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. That's a big one. Truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent. Hey, that false accusers going into the persecution of the saints, man. And you see what they've called some of us already. All right, they're just lying. They're making up things. Esau Edom, he's getting ready to lie, make up things, splice together videos via AI technology. We already know what's going on. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? All right, boasters, blasphemy, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, and it just goes on, right? Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, and that's pretty much like the biggest thing that our people are involved in. Pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh Shema Shai. Pleasure, mirth, folly more than being in that house of mourning, which the Lord taught us that it was better to go into that house of mourning than to the house of mirth and folly. We're supposed to be in a more, man, you know, we deal with balance, man. We're not saying be crying every freaking day, man. You got to deal with balance, man. If you do have a family, spend time with your family when you can, but just put the truth first, man. All right, this truth got to come first to myself first and foremost. All right, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away, man. And here's, oh man, and go down to verse 7, man. And here it is: ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. They're always learning things, man, especially when it comes to being wicked. They're great at it. Even know how to scam so many ways. I didn't even know that this was a thing. You know what I mean? Like some of the way that they're scamming and how they're figuring how to do all this stuff, they're great. Wise to do evil, that the Bible speaks about, man. But never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, the real truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, starting with the name Yahweh Shema Shai, can tell you all these other things, man. But when it comes to the name Yahweh Shema Shai, they can't do it. That we're the Israelite can't get it. All right, Esau Edom is who he is. He's wicked and he's getting ready to go into captivity in the kingdom of heaven. All right, can't get it. Ever learning all this other shit though. You know about LeBron stats and all this shit, man. You know, 401ks and you know what I mean, how to get to the bag. But again, this truth, man, which is the most important thing, the most pertinent thing, 2/3 of the nation of Israel just can't get it, man. And this is exactly why they're going to be ultimately destroyed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. But I mean, my brother did a video today concerning going into the mark of the beast, man. It's almost that time. We see them starting to speak about the mark, man. All right, that RFID microchip, the damn digital currency, coming 6G. If it would be anything, I would probably bet that that mark of the beast is gonna come with that 6G technology, man. All right, you know what I mean. But the brother was going into that right before I came out here, and then he was fired up through the spirit, man. He was saying like, hey, this could be it. It's almost time. It's almost go time. All right, and it's gonna be real, man. The test is always, well, I can't say that. If you're trained up, man, test is actually easy. If you know what you're supposed to do and you have studied, all right, this test, it could be easy. I don't want to say that, but we'll pass is the whole point, you know, and that's what we want to do, man. It's pass the test, and it's getting ready to be test time, man. Brothers and sisters getting ready to lose things, homes, jobs, families, vehicles, you know, good situations, and we got to be ready to remember what we're a part of. We got to be ready to let those things go through the spirit of Pavia Abba Shema Shah, and knowing that there's something better. And this is what we've been telling these people. We got to live it too. But Lord willing, the Lord is going to be dealing with us differently than how he's dealing with everybody else. Everybody's going in this great tribulation. Lord willing, we're going through it. This tribulation going to fall upon everybody on earth. Lord willing, we're going through it, and we'll come out like that refined gold, man, that's tried in the fire of adversity. All right, and we're really up against it, man, because I mean, pretty soon, man, the whole world pretty much gonna be against those that fear Yahweh Hashem Shai. They're gonna be done took that mark of the beast and be done looked at us like we crazy, man. All right. This is 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourself. There's that humility, man, not being prideful, man. And we do know that pride goes before destruction, a haughty look before a fall. Back to the woman, and she very haughty, and she getting ready to fall. But everybody else, man, these wicked men out here, they prideful. Look at Mayweather, Rick Ross, P. Diddy. You know, all they have done is make their money however they made it and boast it in our face, man. All right, so humble yourselves. Therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh by Hashem Shai, that he may exalt you in due time, that he may exalt you in due time, man. Don't exalt yourself, man. You got to wait on the Lord, man, to reveal the actual order, all right, your actual rank, all right. and things like that. You got a lot of people in positions that they ought not be in. Look at the women calling themselves pastors and bishops. I've experienced that, myself, man. Thank Yahweh Shem Shai for delivering me out of that, man. But, our people are always in these positions that they ought not to be, man. All right. And we got to wait on the Lord. It's brothers that got talent. Brothers can rap, sing. Sisters can sing. Brothers got athletic ability. Some brothers are very intelligent. Could have went far in the world. All right. But the Lord made us take the low. All right, so he can exalt us and give us that everlasting glory. We speak about these things. Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, they'll be the least in the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. They got exalted. Michael Jackson, I mean, the brother gone on and all that, man. But come on, man, you was one of the most praised Israelites on the freaking planet, man. You have your reward, Mike. All right, MJ, you have your reward, guy. Probably the most famous athlete of all time, Michael Jordan. You've been exalted already, MJ. The Lord don't deal with that, man. Yahweh Shai hasn't even got his glory. Every knee hasn't bowed down on the ground and seen Yahweh Shai and confessed, this is the King, Yahweh Shai, Malak Yahweh Shai. No, but MJ or LeBron, don't they call you King James? What the hell is that? The king of what? Folly? The king of game playing? Because that's what you do. You're playing a game and they're calling you a king because of it. And the Lord not really dealing with that, man. All right, so again, humble yourself. Take the low, man. The servant is not greater than the master. How did the Lord come in this guy, man? All right, homeless. Remember that. The Lord didn't have a place to lay his head, man. How much more us in relation to this transition, man? All right, so it's just something, and who knows, the Lord may not have us homeless. All right, but we're just saying, be prepared for anything. Prepare for expect the worst, man. You know what I mean? But be prepared for blessings from you. How about Shema Shai if you doing what you're supposed to do? See, serving the Lord, being obedient, provides you with a spirit of confidence. If you know you effing off, all right, you out here doing weirdo shit, you good and well know that you deserve whatever is going to happen to you. But if you've been praying, fasting, feeding the sheep, listening to the prophets, like keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, you be confident, man. All right, and you'll know that this is just a test, man. When these things are brought upon you, like let's say you go out on the highways and byways, or you just came off a fast, and then you're immediately tested. You good in the spirit, you know. For the most part, I've been with the Lord. These folks ain't finna bother me, man. This is just a test, man. But and it's vice versa. You doing wicked, you can hang it up. All right. Let's see here. This is the book of Jude, verse 18. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time. Hey, the last days is people mocking and scoffing who should walk after their own ungodly lusts, man. All right. These be they who separate themselves sensual, having not the spirit, man. So, hey, there's mockers in the last days. So a lot of people, and you don't have to literally just like say, ha, 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 look at you guys. You could just disregard, if you're an Israelite, just disregard what we're trying to teach you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, and you still can get categorized as a mocker. You're disregarding, you're not taking heed, all right, to the warning going out, and the Lord is going to deal with you, man. We're tired of this crap, man. We're wise enough to see this ain't it. It's corny, it's dirty, our women are polluted, the men are weak, the children are out of order, the rest of these nations are a bunch of weirdos. They're still watching us in the stores like we gonna steal shit, even though Jake be stealing stuff, man. But it's just corny. It's corny, you know what I mean? And only a woman or a child would love a situation like this. Any real man know that this is a queendom. This don't benefit us at all. We don't even get any respect. Look at punk ass so-called Father's Day. Even though, that's, you know what I mean, part of that paganism stuff, still in a lot of that, but how the woman is placed on the pedestal, but the man is the one really laying it down, man, building nations, building cities, and working, going to war. You know what I mean? And that punk ass Father's Day come around, the man don't get no reverence in relation to what the woman get. We say to you, Eve, as well, you have your reward too, my sister. All right, so the Lord ain't finna exalt you either, Eve, because you've been walking around in your queendom, shimmying side to side with your stretch forth neck, all right, and your jewels and all that shit. The Lord getting ready to take that stuff away, man. Matter of fact, we'll bring this out real quick. This is Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city and the people not be afraid? So shall a warning go out, or they hear an alarm? Like we got an alarm here that go off every Saturday for a tornado, a little warning, man. Should we not hear this and know that something is about to happen? All right. And the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it? Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. The hell, if y'all don't believe that, that's what the scriptures is saying. All right, it's going to go to these prophets, the watchmen, the seers, all right? And they're gonna push it out amongst the people, man. All right, but the whole point, how we got to name Yahweh Shai, how we know what the mark of the beast is, how we know who these other nations are, is because it was given unto the Lord's servants, the prophets, man. All right, everyone is not a prophet, but guess what? If you can hearken unto a prophet, you're probably of the Lord's hopeful elect, man. All right, again, you may not be a prophet, but you could be of the Lord's hopeful elect and make salvation by taking heed to what you're hearing, not being puffed up, not thinking, oh, I don't like the way this sounds, so I'm gonna change it. All right, let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, and we know what time it is, it's the last days. This is the end of the world, the end of Esau Edom's wicked rulership, man, unfulfilling rulership. That now it is high time to awake out of sleep. So we know what time it is. We know that these are the last days. It's time for us to wake up out of that deep sleep, that slumber, that stupidity. All right. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. And that's what the brother was going into, man, concerning that coming mark of the beast. Things is getting ready to speed up. The Lord taught us, man, though it tarry, wait for it. It's been tearing. Look how long the apostles been in. Even us newer brothers or younger brothers, man, been in this a few years. Man, this thing been dragging. Like, no disrespect, but it has, man. But hey, the Lord say wait for it, because once the process really starts, man, and this is a phase of that process, the prophesying, but once the prophesying phase is over, the Lord gonna make a quick work of this, man. Look how fast the days are going by. That's all in relation to it tearing at first, but wait for it, man. All right, the brothers are going into, man, hey, they speaking next year, hey, they could come out with a version of the infamous mark of the beast, man. It could drop next year for sure. That's what the brother was going into. So it's about go time, man. It's gonna be quick, man. And with Babylon the Great, especially because we live here, everybody got a sword. They talk about it's like at least 2 swords to every household. Oh man, that's gonna make quick work. Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be a quick work, man. With between them robots, just weapons of mass destruction, the sword that everybody got, man. When that chaos happened, oh man, this great tribulation gonna go quick, man. And the Lord also, man, we gotta trust in the Lord in relation to the miracles, man. I've been praying through the Spirit for perception of time, because we do understand, what the scriptures speak about, many days the women that at Eve should be troubled. Well, guess what? Be honest, we want to see Eve judged, but we don't want to be here just to see her judged longer than we have to be. So we praise to the Lord for like a miracle. If they got to have their many days, they got to have their many days. But the Lord could bless you with a spirit of perception. To us, the days will go by fast. To the wicked 2/3, man, it'll be dragging out, but on their wildest imagination. And we do know that's definitely gonna happen in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, them days gonna be slow. Them 1,000 years that Esau Edom finna go into captivity, they're gonna suck. It's gonna be so long, and them days is gonna be so long and glorious, and for the Israelites, man. But for Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen nations, it's not gonna go well. Them long days, man. The Lord gonna slow it back down. See, the Lord done sped things up, but He gonna slow it back down so we can enjoy the fruits of our labor. We can kick back with this yayan y'all didn't even know existed. Right there, your house I had ducked off. All right, for our salvation, man, and it's gonna be like that for all eternity, man. 1,000 years to come, 1,000 years ago, Esau Edom will be done away with, and we'll still be kicking it. All right, that's the reward, man, or a portion thereof, man. So why would you want to blow that for this pretend kingdom, man? It'd be an unwise thing to do. All right. Here we go. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, idolaters. And our people are, especially idolatry, they're leading the way in that, man. So guess what, man? Our brothers teaching us these things, man. They're not coming, all right, the way that we hope to, by being, beamed up in one of those chariots, which you got to have faith like a child, all right, to even believe that. Again, Drake with his, oh, I know everything, I'm so grown. Ain't nobody flying in no spaceship to come beam no black and brown people up. You see how they think, though? All right. But again, idolaters, adulterers, nor effeminate, all right, for you effeminate brothers out there, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Do you see like throughout these precepts the list that the Lord has on this behavior, on these characteristics that aren't coming into His kingdom? All right, did you not see the list of prerequisites that's required to enter into His kingdom? Taking the low, the servant is not greater than the master. If the Lord suffer, you have to suffer too. If you don't suffer, you're not going to reign with Him. So if you want to stunt, you want some type of dominion, you gotta take the low. And then we're finna see the full manifestation of how low the Lord getting ready to take us, man. All right, we're getting ready to have people put their hands on us, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing. It's one thing just talking and just saying, oh, you this and that. But when they put their hands on you, putting you in prison, man, starving you, and don't tell them what the Lord got for us, man. They may torture us in these camps or whatever, or if we on the move, ain't no telling. All right, but that's why we do these things now, so we'll be prepared, all right, for whatever we got to go through, man. And we want to be tunnel vision. We sick of this place. We tunnel vision. We want to get to test day or test time and get up out of here. That's the goal, man. Continue to study, all right, and get to the test and get up out of here, man. All right, because this is getting real old, man, real fast. This earth, this wickedness, man. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, just Esau, period, man. The rest of these heathen nations as well, man. Even myself, man, because I'm not in my imperfection, I'm wise enough through the Spirit to see that I gotta get out of here. I gotta get that to that new body. This ain't it. Body ain't nothing but what, 36. Body breaking down, feel like an old man, man. You know what I mean? Shoot. All right, but Galatians in verse 9, as we said before, so I say now again, if any man preach any other gospel, and that word gospel goes into good news, unto you then that ye have received, let him be accursed. So that's the severity of what we're dealing with for you false prophets, man. Hey, the scriptures say you're gonna be accursed if you change this doctrine. And look how many people are changing the doctrine. Oh, the mark of the beast isn't that. Come on, man. You're being like a little girl. What else could it be, man? What else could it be besides this? I don't know what they're saying, man. But that's how, it's scary, but that's how you know that the Lord is dealing with particular men and that He's not dealing with other particular men. Like, come on, man. I can understand more about the whole Esau Edom being in captivity, which is plain. It's plain upon tables to us. But we understand, that you would probably be more rebellious against that, you know what I mean? Trying to be like, oh, we love everybody, but this mark of the beast thing, man, being the RFID microchip, and without that microchip or the mark of the beast, you won't be able to buy or sell. Come on, man. You see the technology is here to facilitate that. That's that pride, man. They done already said this wasn't it, so they got to stick with it. That's pride. It take a humble person to admit he wrong and to keep it moving. Every brother has done it, man. Every brother have made an epistle and said something wrong, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All right, and that's who I follow, right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Shai. But those brothers, starting with our elders and apostles, they have made epistles. You know, I'm saying I may have made a mistake here, I made a mistake there, I stand corrected here, I stand corrected there. You see how the rest of those false prophets can't do that? Sign. Don't listen to them. All right. Let's see here. All right, this is 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh by Shema Shai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, man. So that's the importance of staying involved in this thing, man. All right, doesn't mean just literally studying and going through, but being amongst the brotherhood, the sisterhood, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, praying, fasting. All right, for you brothers that maybe are dealing with certain things, man. Remember what the Lord said. Howbeit these can only come out through prayer and fasting, man. Sometimes we gotta fast more, man, you know, and you may have to go more than a 24-hour fast to get rid of some of them demons, and the Lord could be preparing you for what you're getting ready to go through by allowing you to experience these things, you know, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and 4. You know, the brothers that have been blessed with the gift of faith, we can go, you know, a lot more, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Shai. But it ultimately is to prepare us for whatever we're getting ready to go through, man. All right, so, you know, just stay grounded in reality, because which this truth is our reality, not that pretend fake shit that we see out in the world, man. All right. But all right, this is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. So we haven't seen Yahweh Bahashim Shai. We haven't seen those new bodies, or we don't remember for sure. All right, so we're hoping. We don't know how we're going to be fed. We don't know how we're going to be clothed. We don't know how we're going to be sheltered during the great tribulation. But that's the whole point of faith. Again, we haven't seen the Lord, man, or remember, you know, what they look like. Yahweh Bahashim Shai, the evidence of things not seen, man. All right, and go down to verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear. So this brother Noah had seen what the Lord said he was getting ready to see, and he was moved by what? Fear. All right. On the ark, which fear, prepare an ark to the saying of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteous, by which is faith. And the Spirit led me to that because I remember as the days of Noah were, man. People eating, drinking, giving in marriage, same thing that's going on now, going on back then during the days of Noah. But Noah, again, didn't see the things that the Lord said he was getting ready to see. And I believe it was 8 souls spared, human souls spared from the destruction of the entire earth. There was babies in that water. There was old ladies in that water. There was old men. There was teenagers all in that water that perished, man, because they didn't take heed to Yahweh Bahashim Shai. Now, there'll be a lot more people delivered than 8 souls this go round, but it's still going to be a lot of destruction and a lot of unaliving, man, for you Israelites that didn't take heed, man. But the whole point, going back into faith, we can't see these things. Again, we don't know how we're going to eat, man. We don't know where our next meal, even today, man, we really, us I mean, we don't really even know where our next meal gonna come from, how things looking, man. We just do what we're supposed to do to the best of our ability, and we can testify that the Lord provides, man. It's gonna get real out here, and that faith is going to be the number one thing that's gonna get you to or that victory, man. Faith without works is dead. It's that faith that leads brothers to do the work, man. The faith is the most important thing, and you got to practice, man. Again, going back to fasting, man. You need to know what it's like to be hungry for 6+ hours, man, 12 hours, etc., man. All right, just going without taking a low, man. Just being uncomfortable, the most is the most important thing, and we do know, like, who's the most comfortable people of our nation, man? Hey, the woman and child, and the man that sold out of our nation, the ones that sold they soul, got to the bag, rich and famous. Hey, they're not coming in the same spirit that we're coming in through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, man. But hey, man, with that, I'm gonna leave it off. It's getting weird out here, man. But hey, you brothers and sisters, continue to serve y'all by Hashem Shah. It's almost go time, and Lord willing, Yahweh by Hashem Shah be with us. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory again to Yahweh by Hashem Shah by Hashem Hakodah. Again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom.